What is up, you beautiful people? Welcome to this Jar Jar video that a lot have been waiting for. Now, let me say right off the bat that I don't really get the whole Jar Jar hate. I mean, sure, he was aimed at children, but then Star Wars isn't just for children. Whatever the hate is, a lot of people on the internet wanted to see Jar Jar dead. Especially when The Force Awakens was first announced, I remember quite clearly people were actually speculating about whether we would see Jar Jar's remaining carcass in the desert. We did not, by the way, but it's really interesting to hear the actor Ahmed Best, who actually revealed in an interview that it almost happened. Jar Jar almost died. Not in The Force Awakens, but if George Lucas would have listened to the actor, Jar Jar would have died in Revenge of the Sith. Guys, your support means a lot during these troubling times. It is your time to shine, so help out the Star Wars channels by any means necessary. Visit the shop. We've got some awesome t-shirts on there, and I constantly post new updates on Patreon where you can directly stay up to date with this channel and with everything Star Wars related. So back to Jar Jar. The interesting thing about it is that for the Jar Jar fanatics out there, we know what happened to the Gungan, right? In the book Aftermath, Empire's End, we see that Binks ended up as a lowly street performer, and only children were talked to him. Once the Empire came into power, Jar Jar was tossed out, neither liked by the Empire or his own people, as Palpatine showed himself not to be a friend of Naboo or the Gungans, and so he was banished once again. In an interview with Jamie's Stangroom, Ahmed Best revealed that he thought it was a good ending for Jar Jar in that book, but in Revenge of the Sith, he had originally asked George Lucas for an even worse and harsh fate for Jar Jar's ending. He said, "It's a very somber and a very dark eventuality for Jar Jar. I actually quite liked it." He was talking about Jar Jar ending up as a street performer. And then he went on to say that it was really dramatic, and I think a good idea to kind of sum it up. "I always complained to George when I realized that Revenge of the Sith was pretty much not going to have Jar Jar in the movie, and they were moving very, very far from me. I always complained to George that I didn't get a good death. I wanted to really just be hacked to pieces in some kind of way, and George wouldn't do it. So the thought behind it was going to be, since Anakin turns to the dark side and goes as far as to kill younglings in Revenge of the Sith, then Jar Jar would fall right in line. As a senator who supported the Jedi wholeheartedly, Jar Jar would die either on a sacrifice kind of level or at the very least in a mix-up as the Empire is taking over. But for me, I think it would have been awesome to see Jar Jar sacrifice himself for the Jedi, even though it might not have made a difference. This way, Jar Jar could have redeemed himself for giving Palpatine the chance to stay in power, for giving Palpatine the emergency powers that he sought after. What do you guys think about this notion? Talk to me down in the comments, and if you enjoy, guys, leave a thumbs up, hit that bell to get notified the moment a new video is out. Have an awesome day, my Star Wars friends, and may the Force be with you always.